Hello, this is Riley Smith with Make Good Creative Network. I am a full-time writer and comedian and creator, and today I wanted to share with you 5 books that I think will really help you stay inspired. The first book that I have for you is actually one that I have not dove into myself, but I have had recommended to me by many people, many members of Make Good Creative Network. It is The Artist's Way, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity by Julia Cameron. Now, it says on the cover, spiritual, right? So if you hate any and all mention of spirituality, like it just makes you want to like upchuck, maybe not for you, but I have gone through it a little bit and it is not like, it doesn't beat you over the head with anything. It's very applicable to, I think, most people. So if you are feeling blocked or not sure what to do next in your creative journey, check it out. It has helped a lot of people, and Julia Cameron has made like a whole Artist's Way series, so check this one out. The next one I have to recommend, I'm more recommending like a category of books, but this is one that has been really helpful for me in particular. This one is called Write the Story. It's published by PICCADILLY. I'm pretty sure that my mom got it for me from Target. There's a bunch of books like this, and I have a bunch. This one is really cute because so it says write the story, like office intrigue in the future, and then it gives you some words and you have to include those words. So when I was first trying to like figure out how to do enough word count to be a writer, when I was trying to figure out like how to write regularly, I would do one of these pretty much every day. I would either free write, which is just like 10 minutes of keeping your pencil moving and just stream of consciousness, or I would do one of these. So I didn't finish the whole book. I didn't feel like I needed to, but I had a couple other books like this too that I would use. And you can find these. It's not just for writing. I think if you're a writer, definitely get something like this. Like I said, there's a bunch of them at Target, like next to the notebooks. They have a bunch of different versions. This is the one that I like. If you see it, it's really cute. I have, like I said, other versions. They have a bunch of books like this. Whatever your thing is, whatever you love to do, there's some type of prompt book out there. So get it, do it. It doesn't have to be good. It shouldn't be good. You're just like rattling it off. Like don't care. Just fulfill the requirements that like the prompt book gives you. That's all you need to do. And try to do it every day. If you miss a day, whatever, tomorrow is a new day. But try to do it as often as you can. The next one is one I recommend a lot, and I will continue to recommend it, Writing Down the Bones. I just think that this has such a positive philosophy around writing and creativity. I don't think it's just for writers, although there are a lot of exercises in this that are like specifically about writing, but you could probably convert to just being helpful for you about like creativity. She uses a lot of different things, but she uses a lot of Zen. It's by Natalie Goldberg. Writing Down the Bones by Natalie Goldberg. I will never not recommend this. So get it, read it, try the things in it. It's awesome. This next one is maybe more for my ladies out there, or the people who can at least like relate to ladies. I don't think you have to be a lady, but if femininity is not some part of your identity, then you might not enjoy this. It's called Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa, Pinkola, Estes. Trying to make it not blurry. Filmography is my passion. Such a good camera woman. Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's feminist spiritual retellings of a lot of classic fairy tales and myths. Super cool. I know a lot of people who really got a ton out of it. I know some people got nothing out of it. Besides that they didn't really enjoy the book. But if you're at all like a woo-woo kind, and if you're a woo-woo kind who's in touch or wants to be more in touch with your femininity, this is great. This is super cool. And it definitely like made me feel fertile in the creative sense. So if you want to be more metaphorically fertile, get this book. And in a similar vein, my next recommendation is a book of Grimm's fairy tales by the brothers Grimm. I love this book. I think it's so cool to go back and see these fairy tales that we've seen retold 1,000 times and what they actually were like. Not in original form, because this is, you know, the Brothers Grimm were still compiling. This is another one where I'm kind of more recommending a category though. If you are feeling stuck or you just want to improve as a creator, read some folklore, read some mythology. I will also say that if you are a writer and you have ties at all to any non-Western folklore, that is being heavily requested. There's a lot of interest in that from agents. So like I said, if there is any non-Western folklore that you have a connection to, if there is not, if your connections are exclusively Western folklore, that is also okay. Folklore is always a hit. But also if you just need some inspiration, you don't have to be a writer. You know, read one of these stories and then paint it. Read one of these stories and then make the musical score. I just think connecting to any kind of folklore, it doesn't have to be yours. I'm just saying if you're gonna write a book about it, it's probably better to have at least some kind of a personal connection. But any kind of folklore is great because it connects to so many things that really make us human, and it'll instantly connect you to a large audience of people and, you know, get into our subconsciouses a little bit. It's also in this vein, like reading something from like Jung, like the psychologists who are interested in folklore and archetypes, like if you want to get a little more academic, but also if you want to just have a good time, you could pick up something like Grimm's fairy tales or Irish folklore or Edith Hamilton's mythology, which I was that kid in high school and middle school. Read the Egyptian Book of the Dead, all of that stuff. Super cool, really helpful for staying inspired. I firmly believe that if you want to make good art and stay inspired, you've got to connect to the wellspring of what's already happened and what's already in all of our subconsciouses. So connect to these things. Religious texts are also really good for this. They're very similar. I know that you don't have to actually like read the Bible or the Torah or the Quran. That can be cool to get like the first person source material, but you can also read people's commentaries on the myths involved in it and stuff, get an idea of the imagery that's being used, and that can be really inspirational as well. So those are my recommendations. Like I said, a lot of categories in there, kind of things to explore, but a couple specifics. And do you have any books that keep you inspired? If you do, please drop them in the comments below. I would love to read them. I love books so much. I love books so much. All right, but most importantly, let's go make stuff. And get inspired, get inspired.